Hey, take a second. Think about the last time someone changed your mind. Maybe it was a salesperson, a friend, or even a stranger online. You didn't feel forced, but you did feel guided. Like they knew exactly what to say, what tone to use, how to get you to agree. That's not magic. That's dark psychology, the silent art of influence that plays with your emotions, your decisions, and even your sense of free will. Now, before we open this box, I want to ask you something simple. If you love learning how the mind really works, hit that subscribe button, tap like, and share this video with someone who loves uncovering hidden truths. You never know who's being quietly manipulated right now. All right, let's dive in. 1. The foot in the door trick. Imagine this. Someone asks, "Hey, can you help me carry this small box?" You say, "Sure." Later, they go, "Actually, can you help me move the rest of the furniture too?" You've already said yes once. Your brain wants to stay consistent. That's the trick. Once you agree to something small, your mind feels uncomfortable saying no to something bigger. Marketers, sales reps, even people in relationships use this. Little favors that build obedience step by step. Consistency feels safe, but it's also how people slowly walk into manipulation without realizing it. 2. The door in the face trick. Now, this one's sneaky. It's the exact opposite. They ask for something huge first, something ridiculous. You say no, obviously. Then they ask for something smaller. And suddenly you feel bad and say yes. Like when someone says, "Can you donate $100?" You say, "No way." Then they go, "All right, what about just $10?" Now you feel generous, but they plan that whole emotional swing. Your rejection makes the next offer feel fair, when really it's manipulation wrapped in kindness. 3. Emotional mirroring. You ever talk to someone and feel like, wow, we totally click? They laugh when you laugh, match your posture, your energy. It feels natural, right? But mirroring can be used as a psychological weapon. When someone subtly copies your tone or movements, your subconscious sees them as like me, and you drop your guard. Used by negotiators, influencers, even narcissists, mirroring builds trust fast. It's powerful, but dangerous if the person's intentions aren't pure. 4. The fear of missing out button. Only 3 seats left. Last chance today. Everyone's already joined. What about you? This isn't marketing creativity. It's manipulation of your fear response. FOMO triggers your survival brain, the ancient part that says, if others have it and I don't, I'll be left behind. That's why you buy that course, sign up for that product, or chase attention online. Not because you need it, but because you're scared to miss out. Modern life feeds off this fear. Social media is built around it. 5. The silent treatment power play. Sometimes silence isn't peaceful. It's punishment. Someone stops replying, stops looking at you, stops giving attention. And suddenly, you're the one apologizing, overthinking, trying to fix something you didn't even break. That's the power of emotional withdrawal. The human brain craves connection. When someone cuts it off, your anxiety skyrockets, and you start bending to their will just to bring the peace back. That's not love. That's control. If this hit a little deep, just know you're not alone. Many manipulators use silence as a leash. Soft, invisible, and suffocating. 6. The halo effect. Have you ever trusted someone just because they looked confident? A charming smile, smooth voice, great clothes. Suddenly you think they must be good at what they do. That's the halo effect. We project goodness onto attractive or confident people, but charm is not proof of truth. Some of the most dangerous people in history knew this. They used beauty, status, or charisma to hypnotize the masses. Next time you feel drawn to someone's vibe, pause. Ask, do I like their soul or just their shine? 7. The scarcity illusion. We humans are weird. We want what we can't have. Scarcity turns ordinary things into treasures. Marketers love this. Only 2 left in stock, limited edition. Our brain releases dopamine just thinking we might lose it. The urgency fogs our logic, and suddenly we buy or chase things we don't even want. Scarcity doesn't just sell products, it sells people too. That one person who's hard to get, they seem more valuable simply because they're unavailable. Sometimes scarcity is real, but often it's a story told to make you chase. 8. The social proof trap. You ever scroll through reviews before buying something or check likes and comments before following someone? That's social proof, and it's one of the strongest forms of manipulation today. When we see others approve of something, we assume it's safe, right, or true, right? But numbers lie. Followers can be bought. Reviews can be faked. Even in social circles, people pretend to like what others like just to fit in. The need to belong can make you blind to your own opinions. Be careful. Sometimes everyone isn't really everyone. 9. The guilt hook. After all I've done for you, you're really going to say no? Sound familiar? That's emotional blackmail, the guilt hook. It works because guilt is heavy, and humans will do almost anything to drop that weight. Parents, partners, bosses, even strangers use it to trap your empathy. You end up saying yes, not because you want to, but because you want the pain of guilt to stop. Real love or respect doesn't come with guilt strings attached. If you've ever been guilt-tripped, remember, it's not selfish to say no. It's self-respect. 10. The anchoring trick. This one's simple but brilliant. They show you something extreme, an expensive option, a wild story, a shocking number. Then they offer something smaller, and suddenly it feels reasonable. Example. First, they show you a $2,000 course. Then they go, but you can get the smaller version for just $199. Your brain compares it to the first number, not the real value. Anchoring twists your sense of scale. It's not about truth, it's about contrast. You see, dark psychology isn't always evil. Sometimes it's just human nature, amplified. We all use small versions of these tricks to survive, to connect, to persuade. But the danger comes when people use them to control. When you start recognizing these patterns, something amazing happens. You reclaim your power. You stop reacting on autopilot. You start choosing your responses instead of being pulled by invisible strings. So next time you feel pressured, rushed, guilty, or guided toward a decision, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, whose voice is this? mine or someone else's? And hey, if this video opened your eyes even a little, show some love. Tap that like button so YouTube knows you want more deep, mindful content like this. Hit subscribe and turn on the bell. I've got more psychological insights coming that'll help you protect your peace, your choices, and your energy. And please, share this video with a friend, someone who deserves to see through the noise. Because once you start seeing how people play with your mind, you stop being their puppet and start being your own master.